So I was given the heads up to check out Serena Williams. Basically it was just like, have you seen Serena Williams? And I have not lately. And so this was on the last video that I posted about have they or haven't they, the skin lightening thing. So I went to her Instagram just to see what was up, and you know, at first I was like, oh dang, she looks good for after having her little girl. And so then I just went down through some of her pictures, and you know, it was kind of hard because, like, you know, most of them she's in like long sleeves, long pants. Her and her husband, and you know, this picture, you know, her skin looks nice and glowing. Now for me to not have seen her when she first started her career, like, you know, years ago, it's kind of hard for me to tell. Like, to me this just looks like her skin. So like as of right now, it's just like, you know, it doesn't look like anything different. But if you look at these two pictures, you know, this one of her and her daughter, which I think was posted a week ago, you know, she looks about the same as she did in the other photos. But then if we go to this one, she looks way darker. But also this could just be bad lighting. So, you know, some of these pictures is like, it's kind of hard to tell just like based off of the lighting and being outside, because when I take pictures outside they look different too. You know, but in the most part, like, you know, I was just like, okay, nothing looks out of the ordinary to me. I mean, like I said, most of the time she's pretty covered, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I was like, okay, what are people talking about? So let's go to one of the articles. Well, actually, we'll start with this article. Fans race to Serena Williams' defense after she's accused of skin bleaching in now deleted photo. So the photo was deleted like 3 days ago, so I was late. That's why I didn't see it on there, but here's the photo. Well, if we can get these ads out of the way. This is the photo, guys. She's like, oh wow, that's a completely different person, but you can tell, first off, I can tell she's wearing MAC. You guys could probably already guess what shade of MAC she's wearing, just by the color. But if you look down at her, usually people don't put foundation on their neck as well. So the color that's on her face, obviously she's wearing a lot of makeup here, but I will say her neck does match her face. So it's like whatever color she is underneath this makeup, I mean, it's pretty close to just the color that she probably has all over her body. So Serena Williams turned heads when she shared an image of herself in which her face is noticeably lighter than her natural skin color. But when accusations of skin bleaching began popping up online, her fans immediately showed up to start bursting them, I'm assuming. I can't read through this. Anyways, she already deleted it. Lighter skin tone is what caught the public eye. Conversation immediately turned to the issue of skin bleaching and self-love for some, including celebrity manager Whack 100, whose clients include The Game, Ray J, and Blueface. The industry veteran posted a side-by-side image of Williams comparing her natural skin tone with the more recent photo, accompanied by a lengthy caption about Black people needing to love each other and our physical features. Okay, I guess. Alright, so here it is. To each his own, but I don't want to believe this, and if this picture is authentic, I want to say we as a race have to look at ourselves. No excuses, but I'm going to speak on it. We are the first ones to make jokes about a big nose or lips or kinky hair or how black one is. This makes a person say, well, if this is wrong, that over there is right. Beauty is our beauty. An Asian woman features may be unattractive to another race eyes, but beautiful to that race eyes. For the record, I love us and what makes us us. Let's not bash but learn, so maybe we won't have another one of our public figures trapped in the twilight zone. So yeah, this before and after is pretty crazy, but as someone who plays tennis, that sun out there, guys, is no joke. Like, that sun is no joke. It will beat down on you. I will only go now very early in the mornings, or I will go like later at night, like once the lights are turned on, because it's freaking hot out there and I get dark quick. So it's just like, okay, well, if this is in the middle of her career, but I assume that she's still playing, so to be able to get to this color and still be actively in tournaments and training hours on hours on hours on hours, especially in the US, guys. When I'm in other countries, thankfully they have indoor tennis courts. In the US, it's not really a thing. Everywhere's like outside, so you know, you're gonna get dark. But yeah, I will say, if this photo is true 100%, it looks like she's been doing something. It just, you know, I mean, there's no way to get around that. Now, the other photos, when we were just on her Instagram, you know, I didn't really see anything too crazy. But at the same time, I don't know when these photos were taken. So some people have tons of photo shoots. You have tons of other, I guess you would say, projects you're working on with different companies, meaning that when you're doing these photo shoots, when you're taking these pictures, they're not released right away. Sometimes they're released when the product is ready to release, or people will cycle through their photos. They'll take photos that were taken like months ago and, you know, just put them up on their page just to stay, you know, up to date and active. So it's like, even though like some of these were only posted like a week ago, I'm assuming not all of these were taken about a week ago. So I went over to this, I was on, basically it was just like the same article about what happened and then this photo. And so I went down to the comments just to see. The comments were out of control, as always. Somehow we got over to like black men came into this and I was like, wait, what? I applaud black women that don't allow themselves to be used as a weapon against black men and vice versa. Let's stop kidding ourselves. Black women no longer support the black agenda. They don't support the struggle. They don't support the black man. They don't support their community. Okay, what does any of this have to do with Serena's lighter skin? Like, what does it really have to do? This pisses me off so much. This is like people who give other women issues for like wanting to wear like a blonde wig or a blonde weave. It's just like, people just like changing things up. They like experimenting with their body. What is the problem, and what does this have to do with black men or the black community, like, at all? Like, this is just something that you just want to do. I mean, if she felt like it, then she felt like it. I don't get the issue. I mean, it's just weird. She's not going out there and saying everyone should do this, you know, everyone should look like this. Like, let's assume the photo is real, okay, because the photo looked pretty real to me, but you know, let's just assume. I don't know. People are just so weird about this. Like, I think they get way too touchy about this subject when they really shouldn't. Just like we don't get touchy on the subject of people who are like buying fake tan or going to tanning beds. They have like monthly tanning bed subscriptions that are hundreds of dollars a month to go sit in a tanning bed. Like, no one really cares about that, but you know, this is an issue. So, yeah, just more crap about, yeah. Then someone saying black women hold black men down way more than black men do. Now to Serena, I just hope she didn't bleach her skin. That'd be terrible. I just like how like the relationships of just black relationships in general got brought into this conversation when we're talking about, you know, someone's like cosmetic change that they just made. So it's equally as stupid as people who give other people issues for dyeing their hair or wanting to wear a blonde wig or weave. It's just like, it's not that serious, guys. So this is, I came down here for this comment, but it struck a nerve intensely as a longtime carrier of, I think it's Sjogren's. I looked up how to say it and I've already forgot. Where is it? Where is it? I'm pretty good. Sjogren's. Oh, here we go. Sjogren's. Okay. Let's go back. As a long-term carrier of Sjogren's and UCTD, the same autoimmune disease her sister has. Right, so right there. What other autoimmune disease do we know of where people take glutathione? We've already talked about it on this channel. Like, glutathione has been used for many, many, many different diseases because, you know, it helps. When people have these diseases, your glutathione is sucked out. When you have cancer, your glutathione is sucked out. When you have like the flu or a cold, it sucks out your glutathione. And another thing, people who are on prescription medication, some of those medications are also sucking out your glutathione. So there's a lot of reasons why people supplement glutathione, and not necessarily always because they want to change their skin. Like, people have legit reasons. So anyways, this person says, I'm inclined to blast all the couch activists potentially protesting a situation they know nothing about. I'm going to proceed with caution, but people are clueless. People are clueless and itch to talk or chalk everything up to self-hate. They have zero knowledge of what type of immunosuppressant therapies and radiation therapies do to their skin, including lightning. It's public knowledge that Venus, her sister, has Sjogren's, so it is far-fetched to say she possibly didn't ask for this new look. Miss me. Okay, I'm back. My camera died in the middle of that, but she was just saying insulting on so many levels. So basically, if she does have the same autoimmune disease as her sister Venus, then obviously supplementing and going through some of these therapies, you know, they lighten your skin. So technically, it would not necessarily have to be her wanting to, though it really shouldn't matter if she wants to. It would be different if she was actually, and I hate also like mainstream, like everyone's saying like bleaching, when really half of the stuff that people are using are not bleaches. They're not something that's going to permanently keep you light. This stuff now is in no way a threat to your health at all. In fact, more people should probably take glutathione. Do you need to take 5,000 milligrams? Well, no, you could probably get away with taking, you know, either 500 to 2,000 milligrams, but it's just like, half of the benefits everyone should be using anyways, especially the anti-aging stuff that comes along with this. Like, come on now. I'm not saying you have to do 6,000, 12,000 milligrams a day, but I definitely do feel like the majority of the population should be on this in some form or another. But so yeah, she just came to her defense and just trying to throw out there that, you know, this person says European influence is not a disease, although it acts as one the way it spreads in sellouts at a pandemic rate. Sulfate is a mental health problem that was caused to brainwash one's weak self. Guys, this is no different. If you want to talk about it being a mental health problem, this is no different than you taking someone with their God-given body and then all of a sudden you start cycling into the media these women with these huge bubble butts. Okay, and that's all you're seeing on TV, in movies. You know, we don't really have magazines anymore, but you know, in our, you know, fashion, swimsuit, tight models, things like that. It's like, even on websites when you're going to buy clothes now, most of the women are, you know, augmented in some way around their bottoms. So it's just like, okay, so if everyone jumping on that bandwagon is, you know, a mental health problem, like, it's just, there's so much stuff that, like, if things are more popular, or if you see one type of thing more often than another type of thing, then usually people will be like, oh, I like that. It's like this hive mind, but I don't think it's like indicative of self-hate or this person has a mental health problem, because they in some way want to change anything about themselves. Whether that be getting freaking veneers, you know, I don't know, I don't want to say glued onto your teeth, but there are the ones that, you know, you just shave down the tooth and you put veneers on, and these people have perfectly healthy teeth. Is that a mental health problem? Again, with the changing the hair colors, is wanting a hair color that you were not born with, is that a mental health problem? Like, you know, where does this end? It's just, it's really, really annoying. And apparently she was listening to some Michael Jackson tunes. Now, poor Michael Jackson, oof, poor Michael Jackson. You know, he was the generation where this was not done in a healthy way, in a safe way. So I tried to look up some of her, you know, older photos. And so here's one from way back in the day. As we can see, that is quite a difference to what even she is over here on her Instagram from like a couple, you know, I'm assuming now, you know, so a couple months ago. Like, that's, you know, significantly different. But also, as someone who plays tennis, it's freaking hot out there and that sun is just beating down on you. So, but yeah, even this, where she does not look as light as that other newer photo that she just deleted, that is still, you know, obviously significantly lighter than these photos. I didn't mean to click on that. But yeah, I mean, there's a big change. But also, if she's in the sun 24/7, you know, and then right now you can see, obviously she's wearing some makeup, but I'm looking down here at her chest, down here at her neck. I mean, yeah, that's a big difference. So at first seeing these photos, I was just like, well, here you can tell like she has like on, again, a lot of makeup. So I would look down here at her arms, at her chest, neck, that type of area. But yes, other people, so this was posted like in 2017, or 2018. So like people have been watching this as it progresses, because usually this is like a long-term change. It isn't just like someone goes away for a month and comes back and they're like completely different. Well, at least for the people in the US. I'm not sure about in other countries, maybe it's like that, depending on what type of surgery you're getting. But for here, it's usually just more gradual. But, you know, obviously it's a big difference. So I'll end this video here. What do you guys think? Did she or didn't she?